So I have this shower curtain that I like, that it has this kind where it's easy for me to remove instead of those hook. You know, this is really easy to remove. The only thing is, I don't want to put that in the washer because it's got the plastic thing on there and I don't want to ruin it. And this is just a one piece shower curtain. The bottom needs cleaning. So the best way for me is I'm going to cut this part here and then put some snaps so it'll be easy to remove, and you just have to wash the bottom part. You don't have to remove the top part because the bottom is the one that's always dirty. See right there? It's dirty. Materials you will need: snaps and snap press kit, either 1 1/4 or 1.5 inch strip fabric. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to undo the stitches. You will need 1 1/4 inches or 1.5 inches of fabric strip, depending on how wide you want your fabric strip. After removing the stitches, you are going to iron the two pieces and the fabric strip. Make sure you adjust your iron to the correct setting so that you will not burn your fabric. Measure and cut your fabric strip to your desired measurement. Sew each ends if necessary. When sewing your strip of fabric, you want to make sure that you are sewing it on the right side of the liner. You want to install the lower portion of the liner on the outside. So you want to put the strip the outside of the top liner. If you install the lower portion of the liner on the inside of the top portion of the liner, water will go through the opening and will drip outside. But if you install the lower portion on the outside, water will just pass through because the opening is in the outside. When you sew the strip onto the top portion of the liner, you will have to sew it on the inside because when you flip it over, it will be on the outside, which is the correct side. Now you're going to flip the fabric or the strip over and run a stitch on the edge. On the other end of the strip of fabric, you're going to have to fold it 1/4 inch and pin it to put it in place. Take it to the ironing board and iron it. Now run a straight stitch. Now we are going to work on the lower portion of the shower liner. You have the option of putting a strip of fabric like we did at the top portion. Or if the length of your shower liner is long enough, you don't have to put a strip. What you can do to make it simpler is to fold the top portion. In my case, I just folded the fabric and measured 1 inch. Then we iron it. Sew a running stitch. Now we are going to attach the snaps. I am using a handheld snap press. The press's components include a die-shaped piece for holding the cap backs at the bottom and a corresponding die for the stud or socket on the top. You will need the included screwdriver to firmly secure the bottom die. Ensure that the dies and the snap parts are the same size to work correctly. Before applying the snaps to your project, try with a scrap fabric first. Each set is composed of a cap and a socket, and another cap with the stud. When using the presser, apply sufficient pressure to flatten the snap sprung, but avoid excessive force that could damage the pieces. Now let's start to work on our curtain liner. So first you want to mark where you want to put the snaps. Now we're going to attach the one set of the snap. You will use the cap and the socket. And on the other piece, you will use the cap and the stud. Make sure that you attach the cap on the outside of the shower liner. You want to make sure that you're installing the snaps on the correct side of the liner. Now we're going to install the snap pieces on the top part of the liner. To accurately mark where you put the snaps on the other piece, you would align the two liners together, the top and the lower piece, then flip the liners over and mark the center of the snap. So now we are going to put this up. That's how our curtain looks like. Now we have these snaps. We have all these snaps, so we're ready to wash it. All we have to do is remove this. When you're ready to remove it, all you have to do is remove the snap, unsnap it. Just like that. If you encounter problems with your snaps, I have a separate video that will help you solve snap problems, like snaps not closing, smashed snaps, or how to remove snaps. I will put a link at the end of this video. If you learned something from this video, please support my channel by clicking like, share, and subscribe. Daghang salamat.